U.S. military is deploying an aircraft carrier strike group and fighter jets closer to Israel to demonstrate support in its conflict with Hamas. Joining us now is Colonel Jack Jacobs, U.S. Army, NBC News, and NBC military analyst, also a Medal of Honor recipient. Colonel Jacobs, it's good to see you. Welcome.
Thanks.
Colonel, we had discussions earlier that in one way or another we might actually see even more American involvement eventually, whether it's trying to free some hostages or well, you would know better than I. How does that look in terms? Obviously, we got the aircraft carrier, we've got fighter jets. What more funding is going to come if we ever get the House settled? But what more do you expect the United States to do?
Well, the aircraft carrier battle group is there principally to in the Eastern Mediterranean to deter any action by Iran or Syria to take advantage of the situation in Israel. One doesn't expect that you're going to see American airplanes conducting airstrikes on Gaza or any other place for that matter, unless there are attacks directly on American assets. So it's there principally as a show of force. But, you know, you raise a very interesting issue about the hostages. One of the primary objectives here, in addition to retribution, getting rid of Hamas to the maximum extent possible and all that, is to do something about getting the hostages back. Now, securing hostages is an extremely difficult task, even at the best of times. They're usually very narrowly focused, maybe one site, maybe two sites at the same time, rarely ever more, and not in multiple locations like they are now. Some are still inside Israel, apparently, surrounded by IDF, but it would appear that the large majority of hostages have been taken to Gaza in multiple locations. It takes special operations forces, extremely well trained, and practiced on specific objective areas in order to effect a hostage rescue. I mean, Israel did it itself in Entebbe, as you remember, in the 80s, in which, by the way, Netanyahu's brother was killed and was the only casualty in that operation. But in any case, it requires highly focused forces, well-trained and well-rehearsed, and trying to get back multiple hostages from multiple locations is going to be extremely difficult, if not impossible. And at the end of the day, there are going to be casualties on both sides, even if one hostage rescue is attempted. So Israel has got a very tough road to hoe on this, Joe. So
what? Iran can just sit back with impunity if there's fingerprints are all over this? Go ahead.
Yeah, it would appear that way. I mean, the West has been trying to mollify Iran for a long period of time, and our experience with Iran in doing whatever we can to get our Americans back from Iran, that experience has informed Iran's putting this operation in Gaza and Israel together. They know that both Israel and the United States will do absolutely anything in order to get hostages back. And no matter what had happened, in order to get the hostages in the first place, including killing all these innocent people, that both the United States and Israel will do anything to get hostages back. And that's a long-winded way of saying yes. It would appear that the West is perfectly happy to let Iran do whatever it wants to do.
Jack, are you suggesting that the strategy should be to not try and get the hostages back?
No, but we have to be realistic about what the outcome is going to be. There are a couple of reasons why hostages were taken. One of them is to get Palestinians out of prisons to get concessions from Israel, get Palestinians out of prisons inside Israel. To the extent that that can be affected, perhaps Israel will start negotiating through third parties in order to make that happen. I mean, there are plenty of nation states who are willing to be third parties in this regard, including Saudi Arabia, the Gulf states, and Turkey, who would like to play a bigger role in the region. But any attempt to free hostages has to be viewed with with some reality that there are going to be casualties. They're like even an individual attempt to get hostages back using military means, special operations, is liable to fail, and even if it succeeds, will not be without casualties on both sides. No, I'm not suggesting that they shouldn't do it, but try to picture what assets are required to get all these hostages back, or even a majority of them back, from multiple locations using scarce resources, short period of time, in difficult circumstances. Everybody has to be realistic about what the outcome is going to be, Becky.
Colonel, the question I have is, even once this is over, is it over? And is there any opportunity for this? Is it not for silver linings, but because this is such a terrible, not even a tragedy, we'll call it a massacre because that's what it is. But is there anything you see on the other side of this that you think could actually resolve matters in any meaningful way, or do you think this just, it is what it is, and this is where we are? It
certainly looks like more of the same. You know, we've seen this several times before. We saw this in 05 and 06 when Israeli troops were withdrawn from Gaza. It's sort of, there's a period of quiescence, then a buildup on the side of the militants, Hamas and Hezbollah. By the way, we haven't even spoken about the possibility of a second front opening up in southern Lebanon. Right. So there's a period of quiescence, then a buildup, then there's a catastrophe of some kind, there's retribution, and then we reset, and it goes back to the way it was before, and it all starts again. The long-term, midterm, and long-term objectives are such that it's on both sides is such that this is likely to be repeated over and over again.